On my screen is a woman named Romana Didulo. She's the leader of a cult, a QAnon cult. She calls herself Queen Romana, Her Royal Majesty. I wanted to talk about what they're up to right now because they're moving around Canada in what they're calling their mobile government something or other. Well, they set up shop in a town of like 110 people or something like that. Really, really tiny. Her cult is actually reasonably big. I held a meetup, just my fans. Come out to see me and hang out for a little while in Lincoln, Nebraska. Middle of nowhere, practically. The city is like a couple 100,000 people, which isn't nothing, but it's Nebraska, right? I brought in about 40 people, and that was when I was at about 100,000 subbies. She's at about 50,000, but I happen to know that she was at about 80,000 at one point at her peak. And she's on Telegram, so nobody's kicking her off of any platforms. So she can bring in a crowd, and this crowd is not only fervent believers, but they are violent. She is violent, as a matter of fact. So I want to talk about her because she's trying to take this town over, and it doesn't appear that it's going to end well for anybody. So let me give you a little bit of lead up to who she is. She started the Canada First Party. The America First Party was started during World War II as an attempt to support Hitler by preventing America from joining the war. It was a Nazi party in the U.S. in all but name. America First was originally. It's been rebranded, and it's largely run by Nazis today. Nick Fuentes, I believe, started the America First Party or the America First PAC, and he is a full Nazi. Well, Romana Didulo, being the QAnoner she is, started the Canada First Party in the same vein. She also believes she's a lizard person. You know that conspiracy about lizard people all over the place? They're running governments and everything else? She claims to be a lizard person, but she's a good one. She's an Arcturian. She's working for you. This is like her Canada First announcement or whatever. Check this out. This is all the way back from 2021. Oh, I'm sorry. One more thing. She claims to be indigenous, which means she has the rights to the land in Canada. She's actually Filipino. She's not Canadian indigenous.
I'm Romana Didulo. I'm the founder and leader of Canada First. As of February this year, 2021, I am the head of state and commander-in-chief of Canada, the Republic. In case you're wondering who appointed me as the head of state,
yeah, a little bit,
and commander-in-chief of the Republic of Canada, the people...
What's with the long pauses? Why don't you keep pausing for 15 seconds at a time and staring into the camera like a weirdo?
The people who appointed me are the White Hats and the U.S. military.
White Hats is a QAnon term for people who are working to bring about the storm, QAnon's end times prediction, where all the bad guys are arrested and taken into custody. Blah, blah, blah. So anyways, the White Hats are the ones that are working within the military for good in QAnon's eyes. And they appointed her Queen of Canada. Okay.
Together with the global allied troops and their governments.
Nothing she's mentioned so far is even part of Canada. The White Hat military is part of the U.S. military, supposedly. Why would they have anything to do with what's happening in Canada?
The same group of people who have helped President Trump.
Long pause.
The same group of people who have seized the assets of the Vatican Church.
The Vatican's assets have been seized, guys. The Vatican isn't rich anymore. They don't have any stuff. You know, all that old stuff that they used to have and all those jewels and gross wealth that Jesus would be appalled by back in the day. You know, all that gold that they were sitting on. Yeah, it's gone. White Hat military owns it now, apparently. Another big long pause.
The same group of people who have seized the assets of the fake royal family of the UK installed by the central bankers 200 plus years ago.
Oh, God, there's so much QAnon lore in here, okay? So a couple hundred years ago, there was a line of kings in England that existed all the way down, the generations. But a couple hundred years ago, I don't remember what happened. The king that was active in that moment didn't have an heir or something to that effect. So he passed the crown on to his cousins, the Windsor family. Still, in the family, but not a direct line from like King James and others. That's probably what she's referring to. So anyway, that should give you an idea of who she is. She's completely delusional. She has incited her people to violence in the past. Like I said, at this moment, I don't think she's holed up in the school right now, but that's because she was forced to flee. Basically, she shows up in this school of Richmond, Saskatchewan, Canada. One of her followers owned an abandoned school that had been abandoned for like 10 years. And the guy said, you can live in this school if you want. And it became a new cult compound. The town had 110 people, I believe. 110 people. Very, very small. But it had, a city council. It had a mayor. It had all the normal stuff that a town has, including elections. But guess what? After she moved into this town, she and her ilk now outweigh the votes of everybody in the town. And they started doing weird stuff, like going into grocery stores with their phones. I'm talking like Romana Didulo's cult. They started going into grocery stores with phones and just filming people, following them around, filming them. And putting up posters about Romana Didulo's cult or whatever. Yeah, I guess you could call it the Queen of Canada cult. I don't think it has an official name. Anyway, absolutely psychotic, man. So the RCMP, which is like the higher level of police in Canada, they came in and basically ran them out of the town because they didn't want them setting up shop and creating a cult compound for a cult that's very obviously dangerous and threatening. And I guess they left the town, and now they're kind of wandering around to other areas on their mobile tour buses or whatever. When the town started like expressing grievances about them being there, I think they held a 2-day protest in front of the school telling them to get out. Romana Didulo basically sent them letters, like the mayor and the higher ups, that said that she's going to execute them. Oh boy. So anyways, yeah, let me play a couple other clips from this woman and just want to give you an idea of what she's up to here. Oh, here's a good one. All right, check this one out. So this is right after the Ukraine war started, and she came out here and gave an official decree, except, the camera was like way, way, way higher up than it should be, or she's like really, really short. I don't know, one of the two. She can make royal decrees, but not get a good camera guy. Okay.
As your commander-in-chief and queen, to the Russian and American people, I address you as the mediator between the United States and Russia.
She claims that she was appointed mediator by NATO allies
pertaining to Ukraine crises. I have been requested by the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Armed Forces,
which of course is Donald Trump. It wasn't Trump at this time. This is mid-April 2022. Biden had been the president for a long time at this point, but it's really Trump in her mind, and Trump appointed her
to act as the mediator between Russia and the United States. I must inform we the people of the Kingdom of Canada.
Why does she say we the people? That is a quote from American founding documents, not Canadian founding documents, and certainly not Philippines founding documents, right? She's from the Philippines. Why is she saying we the people like this? Makes no sense. It's so bizarre to me that QAnon so successfully propagated across the world, left America, and propagated everywhere else. It's nuts.
That as part of my negotiation with the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Armed Forces, I have requested that Queen Romana of the Kingdom of Canada be provided an aircraft bearing the flag of the Kingdom of Canada,
which is behind her. God loves you, apparently, is what it says. Jesus, dude.
and with the call sign Queen Romana, for short QR1, as we travel to
I thought it was HR1 for some reason. Yeah, QR1.
Moscow or St. Petersburg, Russia. In addition to that, I have requested military escort from the United States and Russia to ensure that we, the people of the Kingdom of Canada, are assured of the safety and protection of their queen.
This is psychotic, dude.
Furthermore, I have requested that my 14 or 13 staff accompany me to St. Petersburg, Russia.
So anyways, yeah, I'll I'll spare you the rest on that one. Oh, dude, I've got some wild clips of this person. Okay, check this out. Her Royal Majesty, Queen Romana Didulo, to the attention of Kingdom of Canada Forces, Special Forces, U.S. Special Forces, and Allied Special Forces. This is from, when was this? This is August 13th, 2022. Please protect we the people of the Kingdom of Canada. Engage. Peace and prosperity. And so it is. And she's got a bunch of emojis at the end, and if you notice, she's got a little alien at the end. Because lizard people are aliens, and she's a lizard person. This is insane, dude. Peace and prosperity or perish. I don't play politics. Just psychotic, dude. She believes that she controls special forces. Okay, oh my god. A couple more I want to show you, and then I want to read some of these articles. Let's see here. One video I had, I can't find it right now, but one of the videos I have is of her, like, doing her, riding in the tour bus or whatever. She's got a professional driver, her friend, that drives her everywhere. She is above driving herself. And some police car, like, went around them, because it was like a 2-lane interstate, and the officer, like, went around the side and just kind of went through. And she starts filming and says, "We have an escort. See, the police are escorting us to make sure that we're safe. Proof that I'm the Queen of Canada." Absolutely insane, dude. Here's one. Here's a good screenshot. Yeah, this was shared on her Telegram. NATO allies' surveillance planes and fighter jets are conducting round-the-clock air patrols to safeguard Allied airspace. She claimed she was the one that ordered them to do that. So she says, "I ordered them to do this," and people see, wow, sure enough, NATO is doing drills in this area or whatever, and they're like, she's real. She issues royal decrees all the time. I wanted to look through some of her royal decrees. She has 54 of them. So just take a look at a couple, give you an idea of what we're talking about here. Royal Decree number 1, race theory in Canada. This was decreed, I guess, when CRT was being lambasted by nutter butters of epic proportions. Oh no, her website is all messed up. Her Majesty, I am Queen Romana. The reason she says I am is it routes back to the Bible. God says that my name is I am, and Jesus said I am blah blah blah. It has like 10 I am statements. She's linking herself to God with that. Her Majesty, I am Queen Romana, Head of State and Commander-in-Chief, Head of Government, Queen of the Kingdom of Canada. Race Theory in Canada 2.0. Effective today, race theory in Canada is unlawful. Hashtag unlawful. All private and public, 1, daycare centers, 2, preschoolers facilities, K-12, trade schools, colleges, and universities, and military schools and military barracks and libraries. All textbooks, digital / digital and hard copies / other teaching methodologies, just reading it as it's written, with reference to race theory, are to be removed and hashtag destroyed, effective immediately. Promotion, dissemination, and selling of race theory materials in any form in Canada and to Canadians is hashtag unlawful. The penalty for violating this royal decree includes revocation of business licenses, immediate closure of said business and facilities, and a minimum, hashtag minimum, of 30 years imprisonment without bail or parole. So if you have a book that talks about race theory, you will get 30 years in prison for it. that is psychotic on so many levels, I don't even know what to do with it. That one isn't even that bad. That's the critical race theory one. Just wait until it gets even worse than that. There are some in here about not paying your utilities. She says that members of the Kingdom of Canada don't have to pay for water or electricity anymore. Oh, and they don't have to pay their taxes either. And her followers legitimately stopped paying that stuff. And guess what? They got their utilities cut off, and then they got in some deep problems from the Canadian IRS or whatever for refusing to pay, for not even filing. They had to basically pay what they owed, back taxes. So anyway, absolutely absurd. And she is driving her people into the ground. All right, let's see. Number 50, Royal Decree, Labor Laws and Employment. Just looking at some of the names. Nullification of vaccine purchase contracts, tax rebates, /investment /subsidies. Permanent residence status. Let's check number 35. Her Majesty I Am Queen Romana, Head of State and Commander-in-Chief, Head of Government, Queen of the Kingdom of Canada. In the Kingdom of Canada, to the attention of we the people of the Kingdom of Canada. Dude, I feel like she's got like 16 preambles to everything that she starts. To the attention of we the people of the Kingdom of Canada, the Treasury Department /Ministry of Finance of the Kingdom of Canada, Department of National Defense of the Kingdom of Canada, Department of Foreign Affairs, and Immigration and Citizenship. Immigration and Citizenship. Effective immediately, those holding permanent resident status, PR status for short, in the Kingdom of Canada must be in the Kingdom of Canada for a total of 1,795 days out of 5 years, or 1,825. What? Why did she pick that number, 1,795? What does that add up to something? 1,795 divided by 365. Oh, so it's like 98% of the time. You have to be in Canada for 98% of the time, apparently. Maybe, or 99%. Maybe that's why she picked that number. Cease permanent resident status of any permanent resident status holder who has been proven disingenuous in their behavior and conduct in dealing with we the people of Canada, resulting in financial, material, physical, and psychological harm and loss to any members of we the people of the Kingdom of Canada. My God, she is verbose. Anyways, I have a telegram, and it's solely for the purpose of looking at absolute nutter buttery. Now, her telegram channel says fake on here because it's been reported by people, but I think it's real. I'm pretty sure this is the real one. I've been following it for a long time. It's got 33,000 subbies on it. I just want to kind of scroll through here. Let's check her most recent one here. In the Kingdom of Canada, let's cut the banana oil. Okay, let's cut the banana oil. International students. It is not the responsibility of the Kingdom of Canada and we the people of the Kingdom of Canada to provide financial support to international students by providing them employment while studying in the kingdom. Okay. The international students must first and foremost demonstrate that they are financially independent with at least $100,000 in their bank account after they have paid for their tuition fees and secured housing for each year they are in the kingdom studying. They, the international students, are not to be a burden to we the people of the King of Canada and to the kingdom. She meant Kingdom of Canada, apparently. Wait, is she talking about the King of Canada? Who the hell's the King of Canada? Dude, this is just wild. They are here to study and not to work. So the reason she's saying this, I guess, is because there's some fear-mongering thing. I'm betting. There's a fear-mongering thing right now on right-wing talk shows that foreign exchange students are flooding the country right now and trying to take over the job market and kick out all of the Canadians. Queen Romana Didulo, I'm noticing an expansion of RCMP/OPP policing in my area, new vehicles and recruits. It was my inner standing that these corrupt, ineffective policing systems would be replaced with benevolent, and she misspelled benevolent, new KOC natural law officers to deal, Kingdom of Canada, KOC, to deal with the mess these organizations left us with. I think it would be to deal with the mess with which these organizations left us. Not for nothing, but your royalty. I think you should get your grammar correct. The old corporation system being bankrupt, where does the money come from to keep these organizations operational? It's difficult for WTP? I'm not sure what that is. To respect these establishments based on the human trafficking that went on under their watch. And under their watch is capitalized. Thank you for helping WTP understand. Why does she keep saying understand? INNERSTAND. For helping WTP understand the situation and love and light to you and the wonderful team. Okay. There was a lot in that. If you notice, she said, the old corporation system being bankrupt. Where does the money come from to keep these organizations operational? There's a QAnon conspiracy theory in America about the American government. I don't know why she's talking about the Canadian government or whatever. This is really, really strange to me. But there's a conspiracy theory in QAnon about the U.S. government where after Reconstruction, after the Union rejoined with the Confederacy after the Civil War, when it reformed, it didn't form back into the U.S. government. It formed into a corporation of the United States, basically. It was a business entity. And there hasn't been a real president of the United States government since that time. Since Lincoln, basically, or Grant, maybe. Yeah, I guess the last one was Lincoln, the last legitimate one. And they believe that on March 4th, 2021, Donald Trump was appointed the president. He was inaugurated because any laws, any constitutional amendments passed after the Union rejoined the Confederacy were nullified. And at the time, Inauguration Day was March 4th, not January 20th. So the idea is Trump was, I think, the 17th president of the U.S. because all of the others were fake. So what she's saying here is, where was it? The old corporation system being bankrupt, i.e. the government that wasn't actually the government. It was a corporation, and that corporation went bankrupt. Where does the money come from to keep these organizations operational? Why is she using, United States conspiracies for Canada? That makes no sense at all. Anyway, let's read a couple of these articles about her going into this school, basically. Cult of self-proclaimed Queen of Canada threatens Saskatchewan village with public executions. The RCMP has opened a temporary detachment in Richmond. An extremist cult leader and her followers have set up camp in a small Saskatchewan village, 83 kilometers northwest of Maple Creek, near the Alberta border. By the way, she has ordered her people to do a citizen's arrest on police, and they showed up en masse to a police station and attempted to arrest the police. Really, I have video of it. We'll watch some of that in a minute. The group has called for public execution of elected officials and other members in and around the community. She's also directly told her people, get your guns and go shoot blah. Go shoot the mayor, go shoot the whoever. Not in this specific situation, but in the past, she has openly and directly said that. And no one actually did it, although one guy was arrested for, possible conspiracy to do it, but they all posted pictures of their guns after she said that. Jesus Christ on a cracker, bro. Anyways, Romana Didulo is known as a far-right QAnon conspiracy theorist. She's declared herself the Queen of Canada, among other titles, including the National Indigenous Leader. She didn't declare herself the Queen of Canada, okay? That was the white hats in the military. The white hats! Get it right! My God. And also, Indigenous Leader. National Indigenous Leader. She's from the Philippines. She has she does declare herself the National Indigenous Leader. That's correct. But she's lying. She's amassed thousands of followers by pushing conspiracy theories and what she calls decrees through social media, particularly Telegram, a messaging app that's grown in popularity with the far right. Didulo and some of her followers, who call themselves a Kingdom of Canada, have been traveling around the country for some time. On September 13th, I covered it at the time when this happened originally. They were forced out of Kamsack, Saskatchewan by the townspeople. Oh, they got a picture of a temporary RCMP detachment up in Richmond. The cult has made its way to the village of Richmond on September 15th and has been staying at the former Richmond school, having been invited by the property owner. Richmond Mayor Brad Miller said village residents do not feel safe with them there. It's been escalating, and the people are getting more and more tired of this. More mental health concerns, more scared, Miller said. Yeah, that makes sense. Like I said, she outnumbered the townspeople. You know what happens when that takes place, right? It doesn't end well, okay? Waco, Texas, they set up a compound on Mount Carmel, I think is what it was called. Outfitted themselves with heavy artillery, basically, and got in trouble with the ATF, the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Agency. ATF finally just went in, guns blazing, and took the compound that they were in. But when cults set up compounds like this, it never ends well. I'm surprised that that they managed to run her out. Thomas Fugere of Community TV, a local independent news outlet based in Medicine Hat, Alta? I don't know what Alta is. I'm just not Canadian enough. Sorry, guys. Has been covering the cult's presence in Richmond. He said the people there are nervous about the group's extreme beliefs, their behavior, and their potential impact on the children in the village. 100% agree. The playground, which is near the school, is closed to children to avoid the possibility of a child being confronted. That's a good idea. Yeah, absolutely. Holy shit. On September 24th, after taking note of Kamsack's success in driving Didulo and her followers out of town, Richmond villagers protested with signs, parading their cars near the school, honking their horns, and calling for the cult to leave. The people who were inside the school compound line, all of them were very agitated, said Fujiri of Didulo's followers. I don't know Fujiri. Maybe she's the driver. So this is under a subtitle called Cease and Desist Notice. On Monday, followers of Didulo sent village administration at least 4 cease and desist emails, according to Miller. The notice was also posted to Telegram and shared across other social media platforms. I wonder if I can find it on Telegram. Hold on, let's see. Cease and desist. Yes. No. Maybe. This is October 12th. In the Kingdom of Canada. Notice, it has come to Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didulo, Commander-in-Chief. Oh my god, does she have to say this every single time? Okay, I'm just going to do acronym for him. It has come to HRM QRDCIC PQKC. There, that's the acronym I'm using. No, I'm just kidding. It's come to Romana Didulo's attention that several individuals have been hosting gatherings in Her Royal Majesty Romana Didulo's name and honor, but are using the gathering not for educating we the people about the Kingdom of Canada and Her Royal Majesty's work, but to promote and sell their products, business, and perform some energy healing at these unauthorized events. To the attention of all city and provincial coordinators of the Kingdom of Canada, effective immediately, you are hereby instructed to cease and desist such kakistocracy? Kakistocracy. K-A-K-I-S-T-O-C-R-A-C-Y. Let me look that up. Kakistocracy. Government by the least suitable or competent citizens of a state. I've never heard of that before. That is actually news to me. Okay. September 20th, we have another cease and desist thing here, apparently. Let's see. Her Royal Majesty, head of government, head of state, commander-in-chief, president. Oh my god, dude. Just get to the decree, please. Has issued the royal decree effective immediately dated today, August 11, 2023, resulting from fraudulent and unlawful activities and practices by BAR, British Accredited Registry, in the Kingdom of Canada, which harmed millions of we the people in the kingdom. All lawyers practicing under maritime law / admiralty law in the Kingdom of Canada are hereby issued the cease and desist order retroactively on July 1st, 1867. How do you issue a cease and desist retroactively? A cease and desist is telling people to stop what they're doing immediately, or there will be consequences. When people send cease and desist in America, it's legal consequences that are likely on their way. How do you issue that retroactively? Go back in time to 1867 and issue it? I don't get it. This is nuts. I don't even know what she's talking about here. British Accredited Registry and its members have zero license and authorization to conduct business in the Kingdom of Canada and we the people of the Kingdom of Canada. Oh, so the British Accredited Registry doesn't have permission to conduct business in we the people of the Kingdom of Canada. They can't conduct business inside people. That's against the law, apparently. Okay. Wow, man. So June 29th, this is before they moved into that, into Richmond, that school. We had someone deliver 15,000 cease and desist letters of Her Royal Majesty, I'm sorry. Congratulations, wow. You delivered 15,000 cease and desist letters? 171 comments. What? Why are they celebrating for sending 15,000 cease and desist letters? By the way, this post has 7,000 views on it. That's not nothing. Some of my videos get 7,000 views, you know? I mean, not many of them, but some of them do. I am sovereign and creating within a universe of purple flags. Thank you from We the Sovereigns. And there's a dancing bird. I'm just looking at the comments here. Thank you, Bliss. That's amazing news. Thank you. Woo-hoo. Way to go. You freaking rock. Lots if love to you. Salute. That is absolutely amazing. So very happy for this I am's work. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and bliss you. And so it is. They have their own loaded language and cliches, their own way of communicating with each other, and it is wild to see. They refer to each other as I ams. There's another conspiracy that she pushes about something called Medbeds. A medbed is a thing that you climb into. Like, you remember Bacta tanks from Star Wars? You just climb into the Bacta tank and it just heals you completely of anything. Kind of like that. A medbed, you just climb in, you sit there for a while, and it reverses your aging and heals you of anything, basically. She says she has 7,000 medbeds waiting off the coast. She just has to take authority from the old fake corporation in Canada, and then she'll move the medbeds in for everybody. She basically has about 70,000 followers. 70,000. I mean, only 33,000 on this Telegram, but she has other social media and stuff. And combined, the estimate's 50 to 70,000 by experts that I've been listening to lately. Whew. That is some wild stuff right there, man. Some wild stuff. Just looking here. Okay, so let me show you the videos from the time that she met her subjects at the police station where they were trying to do a citizen's arrest on the police there. Oh, no, wait. Before I show you that, hold on. Oh, yeah, this one first. I got to show you this one first. Okay. She looks for any opportunity to be in the news. So she shows up to this thing that was happening. Like, I don't know, there's some disaster that took place or something. And Fox News showed up to record it. And she's walking up. I don't actually know what was happening at the time. She walks up. Watch this. By the way, this is February 2022. While we watch some of these clips from her, I'm going to play a game. Should just be in the background. Won't bother you too much. It's Breath of the Wild 2.
So, take a shot of what's happening here. Oh yeah, got it.
Take a look at the building there. You see the building? It's got purple lights, thus implying that the people in that building are Her Royal Majesty, Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didulo, Commander-in-Chief, blah, blah, blah. They're her supporters. Insane. It's just like an apartment building or something. Like, my God, people.
Very quiet.
Lots of like at least 20 of them that they were off.
This is where they were, right here. There they are. Queen, Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
Oh, it's so painful. It's so cringy and painful. They're actually unironically saying, Queen, Your Majesty, Your Majesty. That has, like, that's so cringy, I want to vomit. You guys, you know how everyone has a different reaction to cringe? Well, my current reaction is vomiting. Sometimes I just, like, my face wants to implode in on itself. This is just awful, dude. Ugh.
There they are. Queen, Your Majesty to the left.
Right here.
Right here.
Okay.
Right here.
Right here.
There's this lady.
Right here.
There you
Are you
go.
guys Fox News?
Are you Fox News?
Yes. I'm Queen Romana of Canada. How are you?
How do I
Nice to meet you. Your Majesty.
How do I address you? You address me as Your Majesty. Okay, God.
How are you, Your Majesty?
Well, I'm well. How are you?
Another queen, I do apologize.
It's all right. It's all right. No need to apologize. Are you willing to do an interview?
I apologize for not knowing you. She says, that's all right. No need to apologize. Are you willing to do an interview?
I can't right now. We're done for the day, but we have another crew that's replacing us
We're done for the day. There's another crew that's replacing us.
here, and they might use that stuff. How's that?
Definitely, yes.
And they're Fox too. They're just my replacement. We're just wiped. We're tired. We haven't eaten, and
We're tired. We haven't eaten. We're wiped. We just want to get home to our families, and we can't do an interview today. But if you give us your information, then we will give you that interview. That's basically what he's, communicating to her here.
and we got to get back to the hotel.
All right. Provide me your their contact information.
He's right there, Michael, and his reporter and producer are around somewhere, so they'll be here shortly. So they're taking care of it.
Okay, so he just directed her to this other guy and said, here, he's pawning her off. He's like, yeah, go deal with this dude over here because I don't want to deal with this. And so she walks over to him, and he gave her his name, I think, too.
Queen Romana of Canada. How are you?
Please.
Ready? Nice to meet you.
How did you know my name?
But of course, I have my details.
How did you know my name? She was literally told the guy's name a second ago by the other dude there. And she says, well, of course, I have my details. What? Oh, that's just slimy, right?
Yes. So, Michael, I came here specifically looking for you and your team because I would like the entire country and the whole world to know that Canada now has a new queen.
I want you to film me and interview me because I want the world to know that Canada has a new queen. Wow.
Oh.
The balls on this woman, right? The size of this apple bag has to be astronomical. Jeez.
Are you ready to do an interview?
No, I'm agree. So it's the camera tech.
Yeah, he's just a camera guy. He can't do an interview.
He's
No
not a
worries.
reporter either, so
No.
might
I'm
be a
just
good idea to
your
wait.
producer.
Producer is back in the hotel.
Business card?
Yeah, so
I do not have this.
he's not a reporter.
Out of business cards.
He's just setting up. The reporter's going to be here a little bit later.
All right. Well,
Let him set up, and then we can.
She's so desperate, it's painful, dude. Oh my God. So anyways, yeah, that was bad. Let me find, I have a news report, about the, original, when she moved into the school originally and started, causing problems. This is from October 7th, 2023.
Tonight, a community is on edge after a far-right conspiracy theorist and her followers move in and make threats. We begin tonight near the Alberta border, northwest of Maple Creek, where an extremist cult leader and her followers have set up camp in a small Saskatchewan village. The group has called for public execution of elected officials and other people in the area. Laura?
I don't understand how she's getting away with that. Even in the United States, which they're way more serious about free speech than others, or at least they pretend to be. Even then, I think you can get in some serious trouble for instructing your followers to, attack somebody or something.
Sharpaletti has this story.
Or directly threatening people with execution if they don't do this or that or whatever.
What used to be a school is now home to a cult. Self-proclaimed Queen of Canada, Romana Didulo, is known as a far-right QAnon conspiracy theorist. Didulo and some of her followers call themselves the Kingdom of Canada. The group arrived in Richmond on September 15th. They've been staying at the former school, invited by the property owner. Locals say they're nervous about the cult's extreme belief and behavior.
Yeah, can't blame them on that one, right?
And the potential impact on children there. On September 24th, the village held a protest outside the school, calling for the cult to leave. Then this week, Didulo's followers emailed a threatening letter to village administration, saying if it didn't follow the decrees of the Queen, they would face judgment, and if found guilty of crimes against humanity or treason, you will face publicly broadcast executions upon yourselves and undeserved devastation upon your children, grandchildren, and families.
Holy shit, dude. This is insane. This woman needs help, seriously, and anywhere she goes, whatever she does, it's going to wreak havoc. You want her to move on from your town, but that means that she's going to a different town. That's nuts, dude. That is nuts. Yeah, check this one out. I want to show you guys the time that she showed up to, do a citizen's arrest on police. Hang on, let me find it. I recorded so much about this event. I followed it. I read everything she released. I downloaded their videos. I even got footage of them basically being, manhandled after the police regained control of the situation. It was kind of violent. After the police took control, they were not gentle, put it that way. So anyways, we give a little bit of lead up to this, okay? So Romana Didulo requested that her citizens of the Kingdom of Canada show up to this police station and do a citizen's arrest on the police here because the police assisted in vaccinating kids, and that is illegal in the Kingdom of Canada, in Her Royal Majesty's kingdom, because vaccines are fake and evil in her mind. So she wants to arrest them to presumably have them executed, right? And this is what happens next.
This is going to be peaceful, okay? I truly believe in my heart all of you are here because you're tired of living this way, okay? So we are the people who are going to make a difference today. We're going to request the military come and remove the criminals.
We're going to request the military come and remove the criminals. Does he really think that the military is coming to help him arrest police?
That have helped orchestrate this crime against the people, okay? So again, if I could ask everybody just to be peaceful, I'll do the talking, and we'll wait for the military.
This guy's name is Frank, and it doesn't go well for him by the end of this.
So if you all want to come in, we'll see how it goes here.
I mean, look at that. That's a lot of followers, right? My God. Look at how many people she's got that she has suckered into following her. So naturally, the police didn't want to open the door. They didn't want anything to do with a literal mob of cult members who have expressed an interest in murdering them. They wanted nothing to do with it, so they locked the doors and waited for higher-up authorities to show up to help them in this situation. Of course, higher authorities never showed, but they did eventually gain the upper hand.
So as you can see, the crowd has landed at the Peterborough Police Station. Frank is inside the vestibule. He's planning to arrest police and...
Is that what it's called, a vestibule? I've never heard that before. Interesting.
Arrest police and wait for the military. There's a few dozen folks around, and we'll see what happens next.
So you know why they're not here? I think this is a pretty good indication of their position.
And what's their position? Scared shitless that an extremist cult is outside their doors trying to get to them? Is that their position?
Yeah, it is, Frank. We could all start to call 911.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me, dude? They're flooding the 911 line. That is low. Does it get lower than that? Seriously?
Maybe I should just punch the hell out of that guy and then they'll come.
No.
A joking guy. But people like
What
that are killing our kids, man.
What's this say? Wanted Trudeau, Tam, and Hadju. I don't know who those people are. I know Trudeau, but not the others. For crimes against humanity. Oh my god, dude. Get help. Seriously, people, get help.
Did anybody pick a lock?
Oh, okay, that's the end of that one, but I have more from this exact event. Okay, so I believe Romana showed up. Yes, she showed up to this event in her big tour bus with her press secretary of the Queen or the Kingdom of Canada or whatever. Tam is Canada's top health doctor person. Oh, okay, so like Surgeon General or something. All right, interesting.
Hi, how are you? Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Okay, so who is talking right now? This is, with the camera, it's her press secretary or whatever, Romana Didulo's press secretary, whatever you want to call her, walking through the crowd after she showed up here.
Thank you.
We're glad to be here.
Yes, thank you.
It's time we see somebody take a photo. Ducks his head.
Oh my god, there she is in her tour bus. Ugh. And she's got that terrible picture on the side. Oh my god. I have a picture of one of her business cards here, and it's like the worst picture of her. Could she have picked a worse picture to, like, put up there of herself? It's just awful, right? That hairstyle does not suit her. Maybe that's why she wears the hat, right?
Try to get him, guys. Get a picture of that guy's face. We can get it on everything.
Get a picture of that guy's face. Apparently somebody was peering through the door, like one of the police officers or something.
If you know the guy, I don't know. You see that guy there? If you see him put his head up, that's what.
So I can see.
So I'm curious.
Dude, police stations, I don't know about in Canada, but in the US, they're like Fort Knox, dude. Like, they have an arsenal in there. They have sniper rifles, and they have ammo out the wazoo. They've got riot gear. They've got all of it. And honestly, the police probably could have taken this group, but I don't think they wanted it to get violent. Understandably.
There's so much.
Eventually it did. Anyways.
So much the community. There's a lot of breathing. So,
Hi, darling.
Well, first of all, you should recognize that this.
No, look, no.
So they're videotaping people. Do you still call it videotaping, or because that's kind of like a VHS thing, right? Like a VCR thing. I guess recording now. Wouldn't it be recording? They're recording the dude inside who's just like doesn't know what's going on, doesn't know what to do, just freaked out. This is his first day as a cop. He's like, oh my God, I didn't sign up for this, you know? All right, check out this next one. Things got heated. Okay, I'll show you the ending. I have the video of how things turned out. But it didn't turn out well. Frank got, beat up pretty badly by the cops. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but they threw him around, you know. They didn't punch him or anything. They just threw him around. They weren't gentle with him. After they came out, finally. And they arrested pretty much everybody, just about. I think they're saying you're Masons? You are Masons? Yeah, they just opened the door the slightest bit, and the crowd lost their mind. Okay, so this is a video of Frank talking to, Queen Romana as the leader of this citizens arrest movement or whatever.
Hello there.
Hello, everyone. This is Darlene Ondi on behalf of We the People, the press secretary for Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana, and I have
Press secretary.
the great fortune of being in Peterborough, Ontario with Frank. And Frank, we're in front of the police station, so do you mind sharing with us what's going on here right now?
Well, we're in front of the Peterborough police station. We tried to stop all COVID crimes last year with a cease and desist order on June.
Oh, that's right. This was for COVID crimes. I forgot. I thought it was for, well, I mean, vaccines is included in that, but in their mind anyways. But yeah, COVID crimes. That's what it was. And then they talk about some guy wearing red shoes or something. It's just nuts, dude.
That was endorsed by U.S. Special Force military.
Dude has a feather in the back of his hat. Why does he have a feather back there, you think?
Today, we've put the police station on notice many times over the last year that warning them to stop, and they've continued to participate. We are here today to make a citizen's arrest against the members of the Peterborough Police Department for...
This is the end result of Romana Didulo's cease and desist orders. She put out a cease and desist to the police to basically stop their COVID crimes, and when it was ignored and just people moved on with their lives, she instructed her cult to show up and do something about it. That's psychotic, bro.
Their involvement in the crimes against humanity.
Those are serious charges.
They're very serious charges, and they need to be looked at very seriously. That's why we're here today. Unfortunately, because the police know we were coming today, they've hidden inside the middle of the building and blocked all the doors. So we are going to be...
Why? Because you're acting like psychos? Yeah, I would too, honestly. Jeez.
Patient just like they are patient with anybody that's held up in their home by the police. We are going to wait them out. At some point in time, they're going to have to leave. So when that time comes, we are going to make a citizen's arrest on the individual that will try to leave. And hopefully, between now and then, they may come to their senses and come to the door. At least to have the conversation with the people. They owe it to the people.
At least to have the conversation with the people. My God.
I noticed that there's citizens that are coming here that want police service that are being turned away simply because they have the door locked, and right now they're not answering their phone.
So they dialed 911 like a billion times, and the police just stopped answering because they're flooding the lines. What are they supposed to do?
So obviously they know the position that they're in. If they were innocent in this crime, they would have answered the door and they would speak to the people.
Is that what they would have done? They would have answered the door? No, my ass would be hiding inside. I can tell you that right now.
Because we, the people, are here to speak to them specifically, and they are hiding right now. So we're not going anywhere. We are going to be peaceful, and we are going to bring in the military today and hand the members of our police department over to the military.
So, Frank,
What the hell are people yelling?
I have a couple questions for you. So first of all, I want to thank you on behalf of we the people in the Kingdom of Canada and around the world for your courage. And is there anything that you can share with others that may be open to, creating in their own community? And
How can we spread this blueprint to everybody and their sister is the question, really, right?
going to speak with the police officers and what they need to do to make sure that we the people are represented.
Well,
Dude, I don't know what people are yelling in the background, but it sounds crazy right now.
what we really need to do as a group is be united together. If you're tired of looking at if you're tired of watching the way people are living, you need to stand up, stand with the people, take some time, educate yourself about our new commander-in-chief of the country, Queen Romana Didigo. Educate yourself. Don't use Google because Google has already slanted her. The mainstream media slanted me the moment that I served Chief Gilbert.
So what are we supposed to do then? We just supposed to, there's no unbiased source in his head?
Why, you think COVID's real?
Oh, sorry, wait.
They attacked me, and I was really only trying to stop what I thought was a crime, and I was attacked, and I was slandered, ridiculed.
Well, I mean, that's deserved. Ridiculed? Absolutely. 100%. Here's another clip. This is after a little while, the police, we're communicating with them through the door.
Yeah?
Wait. So this is same day, August 13th, 2022.
Why, you think COVID's real? Yeah? Well, my boss got $1 million to start making COVID hand sanitizer bottles.
Talking about somebody who got $1 million to make hand sanitizer bottles? Right. So that's what the deep state is doing. They're manufacturing pandemics that they're affected by also, by the way, so they can make hand sanitizer bottles and stuff. Totally.
Before it hit. Yeah, and he knew he was getting it long before COVID. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he wears red high-heel shoes down the main street with the elite.
Red high-heeled shoes is in QAnon's head like a signal that somebody, whoever is wearing those red shoes, if a little kid is wearing those red shoes, it's a sign that they are like the victim of a child predator. I don't know how else to say it more politely. If somebody is wearing red shoes, anybody, it's a sign that they're involved in human trafficking of children, basically. It's nonsense, of course. It's based on the idea that the red shoes are made out of human skin and all this other ridiculous nonsense. It's just a QAnon conspiracy.
With the elite. You know what red high-heel shoes mean? Pedophilia. Yeah. And I caught him. And then I came after your Chief Gilbert. You know, the one you haven't seen in about 8 months? That one? I know you guys talk that you see him all the time. Most of the officers I've asked, except for a couple are honest people. They told me they haven't seen him in a long time. Is that true?
Dude, maybe they haven't seen Gilbert. I don't know who this Gilbert fella is, but maybe he's just walked away from this.
When did you see him last? You guys need to think about what you're doing.
We're not here to hurt you. Do your due diligence. The truth is coming.
The military will be here to pick you up the moment we detain you.
God, did you hear that? The military is on their way to pick you up the moment we detain you. I guess the military has to wait for them to be detained before they'll show up. Why? Got me.
So you need to take some time, think about it. It's like anybody else, just come to your senses and realize it's not the way to go.
We're only here because we got dead and injured people. We don't see you standing up. Do your job.
This is psychotic.
Yeah, they felt that one right there.
We're not leaving this car. Absolutely.
Oh, right. I remember what happened now. Somebody ran inside. They showed up to the police station, and they ran inside, and they didn't even have time to, turn their car off or anything. They left their car running. to escape this cult. And it's out there right now, right next to them. It's running. That car right there.
Right side of the fence by
It's got a 3/4 of a tank, so it's going to take a while to run out. They won't be coming out.
3/4 of a tank. Wow, dude. Jesus Christ. So anyway, yeah, that little event right there did not end well. There's one more clip I wanted to find, but for some reason I can't find it. This is Frank at that event meeting Romana Didulo, his queen, Her Royal Majesty.
Oh, it's so nice to see you guys here. Oh, the old intuition was going crazy this morning, boy. And we literally just finished talking about it. Joanne texted me. I'm like, she's coming here right now, isn't she? Then I read the text. I'm like, I couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, I literally just thought of it. There it is. It was so great.
Fantastic.
What is he saying? Like he manifested it or something? Her showing up to this town?
Yeah, I'm barely holding it together coming across the parking lot there. It's so nice.
Well, I will begin live stream here, just to let everyone know that I'm here as the Queen and Commander-in-Chief to observe, to make sure whatever process is being done, it's done fairly, and whoever is arrested by the citizens is given respect, dignity, and honor.
Wow, she's there to not, like, do the arrest, but just watch the arrest happen, and, well, I presumably give them a trial on the spot, right? I have to imagine. She's judge, jury, and executioner, right? She basically said they're going to be subject to execution if they don't, whatever, if they don't stop their COVID crimes or whatever it is.
Very good.
She didn't basically say that. She said that.
That's it?
Very good. I'm here to make sure it goes over peacefully.
Correct, yes. And I have sent a message to the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Armed Forces.
I think that would be Trump, the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Armed Forces. I mean, she believes it is anyways. It's not, of course.
Days ago.
Sorry.
I sent a message to the U.S. Commander-in-Chief 2 days ago, letting him know that I'm here and I'll be here.
Right.
And that I requested for a backup to make sure
Thank you.
This process goes peacefully.
Thank you so much.
For the
She requested backup from Trump, and he said okay, apparently. Why do we need backup? Why not just send the military in to arrest these guys if they're really guilty of COVID crimes like she says or whatever? Why does poor old Frank over here have to be the sorry son of a bitch that's going around doing citizens' arrests rather than military personnel, which would probably, like in a real situation where there's like a real genocide happening, that would actually be who would be doing it, as military personnel more than likely. Like, why is Frank doing it? Why is Frank the one that has to step in and prevent this genocide, supposed genocide, from taking place, even though the military is on its way? What?
Very good. Very good. Very, very good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Frank.
All right.
We're here with you.
Okay, great.
Thanks for coming up.
Thank you.
Oh my God, dude, this is so sad. Like I said, I don't know where the video went. Apparently, I don't know. I'm missing that video. I could probably find it again. But Frank was, yeah, he was like thrown to the ground and handcuffed like any common criminal you would find in the U.S. being treated by the police, you know, not well. You know, the fact that he's brainwashed does not automatically forfeit his human rights. They should have treated him better than that, but here we are. But yeah, I'm keeping up with this story. I'm watching it closely, and I will absolutely, for sure, most definitely be following her Telegram to see what happens, because this is simply psychotic right now. Yeah, let's see. Exclusive. Mounties want to destroy evidence from Robert Picton's farm. Should they be allowed? Everything that she posts is fake, by the way. She's actually fabricated screenshots and news articles and stuff. This is like a supposed news article from the New York Times. It's fake. This news article is not real. Somebody made this up. Surprise monkeypox outbreak at FBI Washington, D.C. headquarters. Didn't happen. More than 90% of federal agents based in the D.C. headquarters of the FBI have been suddenly stricken with an outbreak of monkeypox. No, they weren't. It's not yet clear how such a large number of agents contracted this mysterious virus, but sources say that orgies in the men who have sex with men community are being closely looked into. No, they're not. None of this is true. None of it. I mean, you're seeing how they're creating this image of, like, complete moral degradation, right? That everybody on the outside world is, like, morally degraded and decayed, just morally bankrupt. Senator Chuck Schumer, Democrat in New York, released a statement this evening. There are so many facts that have to be examined. It's very troubling. So anyway, she's not above just making stuff up, just fabricating it. I don't know if she made this up. I don't know if she was given this by somebody or what. It's fake. So you can't trust a single thing that you see on her Telegram. 80% of all textiles, fabrics, clothes, linen, drapes, and bed sheets were made from hemp until the 1820s. Oh, that's something I actually support of hers, like her crusade or whatever. She's trying to make hemp more acceptable for various things today. And 100% agree. Yes, absolutely. I don't know if 80% of all textiles and fabrics were made out of it. Who knows? But I do know that it's really good for making paper and other things like that. We should totally be using hemp for that. And the fact that we're not is ridiculous. Didn't it come down to why was it that Reefer Madness, that propaganda film about weed, was released in the first place? I'm trying to remember. Was it the paper industry that was trying to demonize weed? I think that's what it was. Hemp takes 90 days to grow. Trees take 15 plus years to grow. If the government didn't ban hemp in 1937, we'd live in bug-resistant, fireproof homes made of hempcrete. Okay, no. I love your enthusiasm, but no. Anyway, this is nuts, dude. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. I'm going to be following this pretty closely.